Hey, welcome back to my Zero Carb Life. I'm Kelly Hogan. So my 14-year-old Julia tells me that I'm going to lose every single follower with this video, and that's okay. Do what you got to do. But I really wanted to come on here and show y'all these movements that I have been doing for the last several months, maybe up to a year, with a guy named Mike Holland. Now, Mike Holland, he even does these with his 82-year-old dad. Check that out. He does not take credit for coming up with all of these moves. I think it is his flow that he put together. What does he call it? I got to look at my notes. He calls it this mind body energy movement. Mind body energy. Okay, call it whatever you want. My kids call it these weird exercises that I've been doing in the mornings. I think it really wakes up the system. So this is what Mike Collins says the benefits are. Energizes the body by boosting your circulation and waking up your cells, which feels accurate when I do it. It flushes out toxins because it activates the lymphatic system for natural detox. Now, we have talked before on this channel about the lymphatic system, about getting our lymph fluid moving, baby. Our circulatory system has a pump. Our lymphatic system does not, so we have to move it, or it stagnates. So that lymph fluid contains cellular waste. The vast majority of our cellular waste leaves our body via the lymphatic system. And when we sit and wear tight clothes and we're inactive, it becomes stagnant just like we become stagnant. So you can end up having some swelling. You can end up waking up in the morning feeling stiff and sore for no good reason. People with lymphedema or lipedema sometimes notice a lot more edema if they don't do something for their lymphatic system. So there are lots of things that you could do for your lymphatic system. You've got jumping on a rebounder, which I love. I love my little trampoline. Staying good and hydrated, really important for your lymphatic system. Deep breathing, because a lot of those lymph vessels are right here in our abdomen. And if we never do any deep belly breathing through the diaphragm muscles, we're really missing out on some good lymph flow, baby. Wearing compression socks helps with lymphatic drainage and with swelling. Dry brushing and rollers. Time underwater, whether that's a bath, swimming, a hot tub. I prefer the hot tub myself. There's lymphatic drainage massage, which I will link below. We did this on the channel together before. And in fact, it's a really good idea to do that right before you do these exercises. It only takes about 2 minutes to do the lymphatic massage. And getting plenty of sleep is also important. So in addition to energizing our body and activating our lymphatic system to just naturally detox the way we were meant to, it also is great for heart health because it definitely gets your heart pumping, increases blood flow, and better oxygen delivery. He says it also will sharpen your focus and mood. I have found that to be true. He says it's a great way to reset your nervous system into our rest and digest, our parasympathetic side, which we talked about in a recent video, the dangers of keeping cortisol high from being in this constantly stressed out state. He says doing breath work with these movements really helps. I feel that in my soul when I do these. And he also says it's really protective of our joints because it's really low impact, but powerful for mobility, keeping our mobility as we age. So I was trying to not make this a really long intro, but there is something else I have to tell you before we start these movements. I want you to be very clear right up front that doing these movements, that is not the way that I lost my weight. This was not part of it because I had already lost this weight when I first saw Mike Holland. By the time I heard him talk about how 80% of our dietary fat first travels through the lymphatic system, so having this stagnant flow can literally make it harder to lose weight. But the time I heard him say that doing these movements increases our lymph flow 2 to 3 times more than if we were just sitting. By doing it with breath work, we improve our lymphatic flow 15 times more than just shallow breathing. I didn't know any of that when I first lost my weight. So not only had I never heard of Mike Holland, I had never heard him say that these movements are inspired by Tai Chi, the martial arts, and Chinese gymnastics. I had no idea. The way I lost my weight was with 2 primary things. I cut out carbs, traded those foods for meat, and I walked, especially after dinner. That is mostly how I lost my weight. Meat and walking. In addition to that, I like to remind people that any type of movement and strength exercises that we can do is great, especially for glucose control and bringing down insulin, or that any type of stress management that we can do, whether it's journaling and praying and talking it out, going outside under the trees, doing movements with breath. All of these are great. I talk about the importance of not under eating for, years and years on end, that we have to come out of that calorie deficit for a while, come up to maintenance, allow our body to heal, and then you could go back to a calorie cut. About the importance of letting our insulin have time to come down to a healthy level so that our body can release body fat, and the importance of sleep and hydration. These are kind of just the pillars that I talk about all the time. This is going to be like a little I'd say cherry on top, bacon bits on top of the omelet. How about that? These movements will be shown outside in my backyard with my 2 daughters. None of us are fitness instructors. If you don't believe me, you will soon. I have not seen many full-length versions of this, which I have been looking for the entire several months that I have been doing these exercises. They typically only show 10 seconds. Then I'm like, but wait, I've got to do this for a whole minute. So that's the idea. You do 1 minute of each exercise. So we spent 1 full minute on each exercise because that video has not been made many times if it's out there. And I also thought we could do it with a little bit of humor because, like many of you, we don't know what we're doing. We just do it at home and find it to, yes, be energizing and fun. And I do think, seriously, and I've heard this from other people, especially in the comments, I'll link to some of these videos below. You can read the comments too. People say it makes a really big difference to their body composition and how they feel for the day and to their swelling. So if you've got any of that swelling, even bloating, some people said this helps with their bloating. Okay. Long intro. Hopefully I gave you some reasons to give it a try. And hopefully you do not expect too much of us out in the backyard now. Let's do this. All right, y'all. First exercise. We are bunny hopping. Feet are shoulder width apart. You can allow your shoulders to go up and down, which I was not demonstrating here too well, but I do eventually remember and do it. Wrists can just be floppy. It should feel energizing and exciting and also exhausting. You might feel a little bit tingly or like a little chilled. It's a very long minute, but you are halfway there. You're doing so great. Keep bouncing. Keep your knees soft. Let your body feel heavy. Just plop. You can be kind of on the balls of your feet. Don't hold your breath. Let's breathe. Keep going. You only have only 12 seconds to go. Keep bouncing. If you have to take a break, take a pause. We're gonna rest right after this. We got 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a break for 15 seconds. We are just breathing. Coming up next, we have these body waves. You see how we're gonna do sort of a squat and lean back. We have to rest for 4 more seconds. Get ready. We're gonna put feet shoulder width apart again. And here we go. Body waves. So squat back and reach up for the sky really high. Stretch. You can feel a stretch through your stomach, through your arms, through your legs. You sort of come up onto your toes when you do it. You can kind of see Annie coming up on her toes there. There we go. Oh, and Julia lifted nicely there. Yep, I'm lifting also, but not quite as high as they are. Then let's see. Reach high, drive your hips forward, and then drive your hips back. Let your arms swing heavy back, reach up high. Let's breathe. I know your quads are burning. You're powerful. You are a machine. Focus ahead. Don't get dizzy. We only have 10 seconds to go. Power through. Up, down, breathe. 2, 1, stop. Take a break. Here's our breather for 15 seconds. Coming up next, we're going to do single arm swings. This is going to feel like a breeze after the last one. So get ready. Here it comes. Single arm swings, and you just stay stationary. For single arm swings, your hips should stay pretty stationary. The only thing moving are the arms. Feet hip width apart. My back is pretty still. It should be. Not swaying. Look at the kids. Annie's arms, she was having a very hard time keeping her arms straight. Her elbows kept bending, but you want to try to keep them straight and let them be floppy when they come back. Heavy, floppy. Try to keep your head and your neck still. Focus straight ahead. Seriously, doesn't this feel very delightful compared to the last one? See if you can get your arms to go a little further back. Swing back, swing, swing. Now breathe. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breather. Awesome job. We have 15 seconds to rest. Coming up next, we get the trunk twist. Now look down look at the demo here coming up. Elbows swinging back behind you. Okay, here it comes. Places. Okay, hands are in front of your chest. And you're going to try to get the movement to come from your core, not so much your hips, but from your core. So try to keep your legs in place, hips pretty much in place, and drive those elbows back. This is great for lubricating your spine. You can do rapid breaths if you'd like. So you can start slow. It's okay. You can let your knees bounce or even turn just a little bit, but for the most part, try to keep it. I'm going to turn to the side so you can sort of see what I'm talking about here. Drive those elbows back. Julia was cracking up back there. She sort of looks like she's doing a little lumberjack dance. I'm not sure what that's about. Okay, we only have 10 seconds to go. Sort of looks like we're rocking a baby very violently. Okay, you did it. Good. Okay, 15-second break. Next is dead arms, and it's our absolute favorite. This one does not even feel like exercise to me, so you get a little bit of a break for 5 seconds. Get a sip of water if you need to. Places, everybody. Here we go. Dead arms. You just let your arms swing like totally limp noodles. You can also turn onto your toes if you'd like when you do it. It's perfectly fine either way. But you want the momentum to come sort of through your hips. I'm trying to find my notes. Arm swing. Okay. Back is... It's not the right notes. Dead arms. Here we go. It doesn't have to be fast. You can either keep your feet glued to the floor or let your toes kind of swing. You sort of smack one shoulder and the backhand smacks your lower back. Just nice and limp. 10 more seconds. This should feel kind of delightful. Really give it a good smack. Smack. Smacking is kind of good to increase lymphatic flow too. I know that sounds nuts. Okay, take a break. 15 seconds. The next thing up are golf swings. Okay, I have my notes ready for this one. That's what it's going to look like. You're going to sort of smack your armpit underneath. Okay, just rest for a minute. Okay, 2 more seconds. Here we go. Golf swings. So you reach up and smack under your armpit. Look how in sync we are with this one. Wow. I feel like this is our best one so far. Let your chest stay nice and open on this. You don't want to collapse over when you do it. So try to not hinge too much at the hip. Keep your chest open by keeping your head up. Use your whole shoulder. This is great for shoulder mobility. If you have any pain on any of these or any issues, obviously, don't hurt yourself. Take it easy. Many people say that it helps them with back pain, though, but start slow. You can turn up onto your toes, just like the last one when you twist. Keep breathing. 10 more seconds. You're doing great. Power through. 2, 1. Boom, baby. Okay. Next up, we're going to do these little marches where you smack each side of your knee while you do it. So your arms come out. You smack your knee. Oh, let me find. There it is. Marches. Awesome. Places. Here we go. So you drive your knee up and you smack either side of it. Now look, Julia is going nuts back there. She was going so fast. You do not have to do that. No way could I keep that up for 60 seconds. Smack the side of the knee. And expand your chest when you come out. Keep your chest big and open, head up. Look at her, there she goes again, doing like some kind of Running Man dance back there. Big deep breath. Let's breathe together. This is part of the invigorating part, is the breath work. So keep breathing. Don't hold your breath on these. I know you're gonna feel it in the backside. You might even feel it if you're smacking your knee too hard. You can take it easy there. But this one wore us out. You're gonna feel it in your core, in your abs. Okay, let's go. 8 more seconds. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! Okay, let's take a break. 15 seconds. Next up is side-to-side squats. It's gonna look sort of like this. Now, feet need to be very wide apart. Don't start yet. You're still resting. See, there's my notes. Okay, let's go. Give it a shake. I like to put my hands together. You don't have to. Try to keep your chest lifted, and you're just gonna go side to side. Now, you don't have to go super deep on this. You might feel a little shaky. Notice Julia almost fell over back there, and Annie literally did fall over. They have not been practicing this as much as I have. Keep going. So you kind of come up on one heel as your other heel drops. So bring one side's toes up, the next side toes up. Next side toes up. You're more than halfway there. You are doing so great. I think there's only one movement after this. If you need to go a little slower, if you want to take it a little deeper, if you need to stop because you're new to this, it's okay. We kept going the full minute. We're almost there. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! You might want to take a bow on that. You might want to let's get some water. Let's hydrate. Here's what's coming up next. It's the very last one. Ballet squats is it. I feel like doing squats back to back is like, why? Why did we do squats back to back? I don't know. But we did. Here we go. You want to cross your arms over at the bottom, cross your arms back over at the top. So arms cross up high, down low. Now they suggest that we take these really low. This is going to open up your hips. And it is also exhausting, but it's 1 minute. So let's work on our breath here. Breathe in, push it out. Breathe in, push it out. Arms cross at the top, push it out. Cross. Take up a lot of space. Big circular motions. Your legs are burning. I know they are. We have less than 20 seconds to go. Reach way up, drop way down. You can look straight ahead. Try to power through. Push up through your heels if you can. Push up through the heels. It's a glute burner, baby. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that is it, baby. So look, if you want to come back and do this video every single day, I will put the timestamp here where you can just click and go straight to where it starts, where it stops. 9 minutes plus the little 15-second intervals. I hope you enjoyed this. You're probably exhausted. Hey, how about we get some meat today? Let's just eat meat for our very next meal. Meat, eggs, a little dairy if you feel good eating dairy. Let's skip all the garbage. Let's do this breath work thing for our nervous system to energize ourselves, to work on some mobility, maybe get some muscle. We can do this, okay? If that felt really hard, I promise it's going to get easier. We're going to keep fueling our body and moving our bodies. Drink some water and get on about our day. All right, carnivores. Thanks for joining me today. See you soon. Bye. Up on the toes, throw it back. Up on the toes, throw it back. Yes.
I'm being bit up.
Great. We're being eaten up by bugs.
I'm doing an anterior pelvic tilt, which just means...
Okay.
What do you call a cat that lives on a patio? A catio!
Okay, let's try this again. All right, we got about 15 seconds to take a break before our next exercise. How's everybody doing? We feeling pumped? Okay. All right. Let's give it about 10 more seconds. Let's stare at each other awkwardly.
Awkward.
On to the next move.
Woo! Julia.
All right, listen, we're gonna be real honest with you on that one.
There's a bug in
Wait.
my eye.
Y'all probably stunk too, so hush. Yeah. Let me see if I can find the bug in your eye.
Then we
How
fell for it.
exactly were on that? That was great.
Julia!
Unique to you. To
Actually,
find it every single
Okay,
time you
we're
use
almost done.
it is not perfection.
my elbow hurts.
This takes
We're
balance.
almost done.
This takes inner focus. and
Sorry, you're over.
concentration. Notice I just changed my hand. You're gonna notice ankle instability.
We did it. Good job. Look at the happy face.
I'm happy.
Bye.
Bye.